Hey guys, welcome to the channel. I know it's been a little while since I've made a video, and I decided it's been way too long, so I needed to get back into it and make a video for you. I've been sitting on this footage I had from Austria from this summer in July, if you can believe it, and I'm just now getting around to actually editing it, and it's now in January. But better late than never, right? So the first one that I put on the list was UBB, which I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I know I'm gonna probably murder some of these German Austrian words. The reason I recommend using the trains in Austria is Austria's landscape and topography is so amazing that you really want to just like sit in a train and just kind of enjoy it as it passes by. There's so many times that I was just like glued to the window and I didn't want to fall asleep, even though I probably could have, just because I didn't want to miss anything with like the amazing, you know, mountains they're going by. Oh, and the houses too in Austria. The houses are like, I don't know, like they're immaculate. People really take care of their stuff in Austria. Like their lawns are taken well care of. The homes are like well taken care of and maintained. And then just like the style and the architecture of it too is really cool and interesting. It's not like anything you really see in America. And I wish like more places in America had trains because it was really convenient. Didn't have to worry about parking or anything like that. And it was just easy to get off the train, go explore, do what you want, and then hop back on. The other thing was too, it was not expensive either. I think maybe going from Zurich to Innsbruck was, I can't even remember for sure, but I want to say maybe like 30 to 40 euros, maybe a little bit more. It's not expensive at all by any means. And I mean, if you were to rent a car, you'd pay more than that. And then you have the convenience of just kind of sit back and relax. So that was number one. Number two on my list, and these aren't really in any particular order. This isn't like the top, you know, 1, 2, 3 or whatever. I just kind of put these together as a list. But number two, I would say, is renting a car. It's nice to have that freedom to just kind of drive wherever you want to go. And the thing that I kind of loved the most about Austria was being able to drive along these beautiful scenic lakes that are just crystal clear and blue. And then you can pull off to the side of the road. And we actually did this. I was like, hey, Pat, the guy I was traveling with, my best friend, I was like, hey Pat, pull off to the side of the road. I just want to go into the lake right now and take some pictures, maybe even swim around. And so we pulled up to the side of the road. I walked across the highway and put on my board shorts. Actually came back to the car, put on my board shorts, went into the water, jumped in. And originally, like, it was, you know, shallow, and I was like, oh, it's not that bad actually. It's not that cold. And jumped in and swam out a little bit, and it got really cold. And it kind of took my breath away actually. But it was refreshing, and yeah, just the scenery around you was amazing. You have like these mountains, you have the nice clear lake and the forest, and it was something I'll remember for the rest of my life, I believe. Yeah, I would highly recommend that. So I would say, you know, maybe rent a car for at least a couple of days if you're going to Austria. Number three, when we got to Innsbruck in Austria, I just kind of wanted to shout out this particular hostel. We stayed at this hostel, and we didn't know this. We took the train from Zurich to Innsbruck, Austria, and we got there late at night, so it was kind of like pitch black out. We didn't really see anything around us. We just went, you know, straight to the hostel, checked in, got a bed, and went to sleep because we were kind of tired. But so this hostel that we ended up staying at was called Hostel. I'm gonna look this up and make sure it's say correct. So the hostel we ended up staying at was Hostel Fritz-Prior-Schwedenhaus. I hope they said that right. It sounds right. I don't know if it is, but Hostel Fritz-Prior-Schwedenhaus. And you know, may or may not know this, but in Austrian German, the W is pronounced with a V noise. So Schwedenhaus. Oh, so back to this hostel. The reason I recommend this hostel, so like I said, we checked in late at night, did not see anything, pitch blackout, went straight to sleep. Woke up in the morning, they had a nice breakfast for us, which I think most hostels do, but the breakfast was just super nice. And then we walked upstairs and where the breakfast was, and they had this nice like patio where you could like walk out and sit and enjoy your breakfast. And then little did we realize, but we were right next to a river with a nice little walkway bridge that went across, and then mountains around you, surrounding us. And we had no idea. We got there late at night, so we had no idea, and so it was just like this really nice surprise to wake up to. Very peaceful, you know, it was summertime, so it was beautiful weather, birds were chirping, and it was just a great experience to wake up at. So we spent a couple of nights at that hostel, and I would highly recommend it. So not just because of the views, but also because the staff there was amazing too. Okay, number 4 on the list, guys, is definitely go check out Zell MC. I hope I'm saying that right too. Zell MC. C, I believe, means lake in Austrian German, and Zell is the name of the lake, I believe. Shout at me in the comments if I'm wrong about that, but I believe that's what it is. And so the reason I recommend Zell MC is if you're a fan of the Band of Brothers show, which I am, my best friend Pat is, we love that show. There is a scene in the later part of the series where they filmed at Zell MC, and if you see the episode, it's amazing views, like beautiful. And being there in person was no less magnificent. It was amazing. And so some of the cool things you can do at Zell MC, it's a small little town. We took the train there, hopped off, and the first part of our day we just kind of like sat on a bench and just enjoyed the view because it was so beautiful. It was a sunny day out. And then after that we wandered a little bit more into town, found this cool little boat shop. I think it was called Boat Rentals or something, rent a boat, which is kind of weird that's in English, I guess, but it is. But I would definitely recommend checking that out. They have these cool little electric boats that you can rent and just putz around on the lake there. And you know, maybe tops out at like a few miles an hour, probably, not much faster than that, and which is fine. It was, you know, it's an electric boat, so it makes very little noise. You're just putzing around in the lake and enjoying the views, and it was really cool. We actually, you know, did like a little vlogging out there, which you'll probably see in the video, but it was something that I've never done before, and I thought it was kind of cool too that they had electric boats and that they weren't gas boats. So I think they're kind of very forward thinking in Europe and in Austria in particular too, and not to be using like gas engines. And it's probably better for the environment too, not polluting the lake and that keeping it crystal clear like it is. So that's a big thumbs up in my book too. Number 5 on my list was Hallstatt, and I hope I'm saying that correctly, so you know, don't tear me apart in the comments if I was wrong. But I believe it's Hallstatt in Austria, and then there's a lake right next to the town, and that is called Hallstätter See. Hallstätter See. German words are like fun to pronounce. Austrian German words are fun to pronounce. But yeah, check out Hallstätter See. It's a cool little town, kind of similar to Zell MC, but a little bit larger town, I would say. And then this town had a cable car. No, they had a tram. They had a tram that went up into the mountains on a track, and that was really cool. We ended up doing that, and that takes you up to a platform at the top, and I think that was called Trippa ins Nights and Nix. Trippa ins Nix. I should just probably stop trying to pronounce these, but basically what it is like this viewing platform that juts out from the mountain, and it's way above the town, probably I would say like over 1,000 feet maybe or something. And so it takes in like the whole lake. You can see the town below you, and it's amazing views, beautiful. and it was kind of a foggy day and kind of a cloudy day. It was raining a little bit too while we were there. It still was no less amazing to see those views. And then number 6 on my list, and the final one, was visiting Salzburg. Salzburg was pretty cool to see, although I would say it was probably my least favorite. Maybe some people are going to attack me in the comments, I don't know. But just for me personally, not that it was bad, just for me personally, I didn't enjoy it that much. I was kind of a little bit more about the natural beauty, I think, and that's kind of why I like the lakes and that type of scenery. Not to say Salzburg is bad. It's more focused on like history and museums, which I kind of like too. But I think at the end of the day, I was just kind of a little bit, I guess, tired with it or whatever, and would have preferred to see more like lakes or mountains or whatever. Not saying it's bad though, guys. Just letting you know what I thought about it, my personal opinion. But while you're there, maybe check out Mirabell Palace and Gardens. That was really cool. So they have these huge palace grounds you can walk through, and then there's all these beautiful gardens you can check out too. So they have all kinds of flowers and plants, statues that are obviously very old, and it's really cool for pictures and just kind of wandering around and relaxing, I would say. Also, they do have their, I'm gonna mispronounce this too probably, Hohensalzburg Castle? Hohensalzburg Castle, I believe it's called. Correct me if I'm saying it wrong in the comments, but the cool thing about that was they had a little tram car that took you up into the castle, because it's up on top of this like mountain or plateau or whatever you want to call it. And so, you know, it's fortified with these walls and everything. So you take the tram up into the castle, and then you're able to actually walk around the castle, see all the different rooms and, you know, parts of the castle and defensive grounds there. There's actually, like, you know, real cannons there too that they have. You can take pictures of that and walk around and see everything. So that was really cool to see as well. The day that we had in Salzburg, it was pretty overcast and cloudy, so maybe that contributed to why I didn't like Salzburg that much, but it's still really cool to check out some of the museums and history there. And then all kinds of, like, you know, shops and restaurants you can check out in Salzburg there too, and especially like in that touristy area. That's my list of things to do in Austria. Hopefully you enjoyed this, and hopefully you check out some of those places if you're planning to go to Austria too. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. That helps a lot, guys. And if you want to see more videos from me, subscribe down there below, and I always appreciate the subscribers. If you also want to follow me on Facebook or Instagram, you can do that too. You'll see at the end of the video here handle for my Facebook and Instagram. So go check that out, follow me there too if you like. But thank you guys so much for your support of my channel. I hope to be making a lot more videos for you guys in 2019. I know I kind of drifted off in 2018, so I'm trying to correct that and be a little bit better about making more videos in 2019, hopefully a lot more videos. And if you guys really like my videos, that's just going to be more motivation for me to make more videos for you guys. So thank you so much, guys, and I hope you guys have a great day. Aloha. Bye.